fame. A dream that will only be realised with focus, commitment, concentration, and lots of practice.
Where do we go? Boy, told you 100 times. That's it.
But despite all the hours a band may practice, the audience isn't always appreciative.
What are you talking about? When a good one done, she'll be sorry then. Oh, no.
So, how many ways are there to climb the slippery ladder to rock and roll success?
The band Noiseworks are one of the latest Australian acts to see the dream become a reality. Noiseworks was spotted by the huge music multinational CBS and thrust into the top 40 limelight. But how does a band like Noiseworks stand out from the 50 or so other bands that beg to be discovered by CBS each week? The man who makes those decisions is CBS's Artists and Repertoire or A&R Director, Dave Novak.
To find an act, there are certain specific ingredients that I believe you have to have. One is you need great songs. That's the starting point. Number two is you need someone that can sing those songs really well. Number three is you need a really strong image, and an image that goes with the music that you're listening to so that there's a compatibility there. And number four is you really need a manager. Somebody that can work with you and work with a record company to help build the whole thing through.
But how does a band build up those attributes needed to chase the dream? Well, first, they have to tone their musical muscles on the traditional Australian pub circuit. It continues to be the real proving ground for any band with aspirations of the big time. It has also become a unique tool in showcasing bands that are not necessarily top 40 fodder. Take, for example, the Hard Ons. As you can imagine, the Hard Ons have great difficulty meeting the criteria for a major record contract. Yes, they've managed to sell thousands of records here and overseas. How? The Hard Ons, and many new bands like them, are charting their own path to glory. Not content with waiting for a major record deal, they're releasing their songs through small, independent labels. Waterfront Records is just one of those labels. Set up originally as a hobby, Waterfront is now one of the biggest independent record companies in Australia. One of the men behind Waterfront Records is Chris Dunn. How does a band go about releasing a record through an independent label?
Most of the time, it's up to the band to go and record and then bring the tape to us, because we work on what's called a tape lease deal, where they pay for the recording and we pay for everything after that. Say if they put out one record and they want to put out a second one and they don't have the money, we say, hey, we'll give you $500 towards the recording and things like that. But initially, it all started with the band bringing the tape to us, and then we're thinking, hey, that's great, we'll put it out.
So, through these independent labels, small, unknown bands can get their songs on the shelf, despite the major label knockbacks. Knockbacks are something the Psychotic Turnbuckles are used to, be it girls or record companies.
Okay, so what's the secret then? The secret to the success of this band?
100% energy, baby. That's it. Energy and entertainment.
It's about the turnbuckle tonic. It's about grooving to the eye. It's about being the best. It's about knowing how to flip out. Something you people won't understand. Something this punk behind the camera doesn't understand. And something about this dumb broad he doesn't understand. I think the people come on, understand what's going on all the time.
Get those cameras out of there.
We got the sledgehammer, we got the
I don't care. I can't take it.
Get out of here.
That's the life for me.
For the Psychotic Turnbuckles and every other band that has a record, whether independent or major, there's only one word that stands between them and fame: airplay.
Triple M triples your music with a little over 30 minutes of
Sydney's 2MMM is one station which plays a major role in deciding the songs that will be hits. What chance would a small band have of getting their single played? Program manager for Triple M and Eon FM in Melbourne, Ian Grace.
What are the chances of an independent band making it?
As good as a movie that hasn't been heard of, or as a television program. Basically, if it's good, or if it's of a palatable nature that enough people are interested in, it will be a hit. Now, it may take longer. They might have to put it through an independent and then do a deal with a major company. I mean, they might have to do a bit of a song and dance about it, but it will still get through.
But if you want to do it all your own way, then Melbourne band Painters and Dockers have the answer. Not satisfied with merely recording their songs, they took it one step further and bought their own pressing plant. So they really do make the records you put on your turntable. The band decided a year and a half ago to go it alone after problems with their previous record company. A small building in the Melbourne suburb of Richmond now houses the Painters and Dockers empire, where they record, press and distribute all their own music. Despite their initial reservations, lead singer Paul Stewart says they're now realising the dream in their own way.
That we sort of got involved with the studio and the pressing plant was because we never wanted to give anyone the, position to say, okay boys, you've got to sort of wear the red jumpsuits for this song, and we wanted to maintain strict control over it, and we have.
So, do you think that you'll, make it?
I hope so. Who knows? If it keeps going like this, I'll be happy. As long as we can keep covering our costs and putting out albums, I'll be really happy. We would have done about 100 bands, I reckon, down here in about a year, and 1,000 records a day or so. It's pretty full on.
So, there you have it, the Midday Show's consumer guide to rock and roll success. Well, what are you waiting for?
Well, what are you waiting for? Told you. 100 times I've told you.